Hello darlings, welcome to today's daily diary. And today is, what are you beeping at me for now? Well, I was going to say it's a lot milder, but Madam Fanny's saying it's -1. Oh no, she's changed to 2 degrees. I'm not wearing a jacket, I'm back in just the waistcoat because, 4 degrees now. Make your mind up, Madam Fanny. 5 degrees. Still risk of ice. Okay, let's get going. So yeah, it's a milder day, which I'm grateful for, although it is a much wetter day. Right, I might need to give the screen a quick blast. Bear with. There we go. Nice that there's still a wee bit of light left in the sky. You can't see a thing, can you? Because the windscreen is somewhat besmirched. Oh, hang on, I'll try and give you a wipe. I mean, I know it's only the same roads that you see all the time, but oh, that's better. We're clearing a bit. Look, we are clearing a bit. The heating's obviously kicking in. There you go. Look, you were blind, but now you can see. Yes, so it's a milder day. That's good, and it's going to get milder still. That's also good, although it is going to be continually moist. Well, we'll deal with that, won't we? Well, that's a nice picture, isn't it? I might get a still of that and use it as the thumbnail. Right, let's give you some updates, because yesterday was a bit doom and gloom, wasn't it? And last night's live stream was also a bit doom and gloom. Hopefully in a fairly light-hearted way. Updates. Right, let's begin with the most important stuff, shall we? Let's prioritise it. Okay, first and most important, I did have a bacon sandwich for breakfast, and it was good. The bacon was grilled and crispy. The bread was buttered, and there was an artistic drizzle of Branston rich and fruity sauce from a glass bottle, thank you very much. And that was quite a splendid thing. Now the good thing is we can get our foot down. The roads are wet, but they're not going to be icy. We are well above 0, so we can get a bit of a wriggle on tonight. That'll be handy. Yeah, so the bacon sandwich was had. That's a good thing. That's a tick in the positive column. Lunch was a small portion of Momo with the last of Amrit's stupidly, insanely hot Momo chutney, which did its normal job of trying to kill me. It left me soaking wet because I was just sweating from pores I didn't even know I had, literally dripping onto the plate. My mouth was, really? Full beam? It's twilight, mate. Yeah, my mouth was on fire. I was trying to talk to somebody immediately after eating them, and I kind of couldn't form words. Yeah, so breakfast, lunch, all good. Coffee was had. I did remember to buy sugar last night tonight's job is to buy a potato for my lunch tomorrow. I have no potatoes in the house, so a single potato is on my shopping list tonight, along with a candle. Those are the two items on my shopping list: candle and potato. The candle will be £1.50. The potato will depend on size. You're turning left. What are you doing? You're turning left. Thank you for indicating early so I knew I could pull out. That's good, considerate driving. Well done, you. And I don't mean that in a patronising way, genuinely. So many people, you're waiting to turn right out of a junction. Now, 99% of cars going that way are going to take that left-hand turn. There's a reason for that. If you wanted to get to where you were going, where going straight on would take you, you wouldn't come down this bit of road. You'd have turned right further up here, because it's a more direct route. So 99% of cars are going to turn left there. You can't make that assumption, so you can't just pull out. And so many people wait until the last 5 yards before they remember to shove their bloody indicator on. So when somebody can see that I'm waiting to pull out and indicated well in advance to show me that I could pull out, that's considerate driving, and I appreciate it. So I wasn't being patronising or sarcastic, that was genuine. Right, okay, so we've dealt with breakfast and lunch. We are really getting a wriggle on, we're moving quite nicely. Other updates, right, okay. Netty. Last night, after recording the video, I thought I'd better send a text to the mechanic. Now, I replied to his text that, I read it out on the live stream, didn't I? I didn't read it, well, I couldn't read it to you on the video. But the text that he sent to me said, I've done the headlight, exhaust rubbers, door handle once the epoxy sets. He didn't mention the battery, but that's an easy enough job, isn't it? Just put a ratchet around it. But he couldn't do the brakes because he needed a trolley jack, and his trolley jack was busy keeping an engine in on another vehicle. So I just replied to that saying, great stuff, we're nearly there then. But I thought, last night, right, I better add to that a bit. So I sent him a text saying, do you know when she will be finished? Because there's not only the retest window, there's also she's booked in on Monday morning to have heating fitted. So the reply to that was none. No reply. Now, somebody said in a comment on yesterday's video that according to the interweb, the garage is open on a Saturday morning. Today's Saturday. So I don't know if he was off at the weekend or if he's been in and just turned his work phone off. No idea. But I didn't get a reply to the text. So I'm completely in the dark. But we kind of have to make plans. I'm not feeling as doom and gloom as I did yesterday. Got that out of my system a bit, I think. But nonetheless, it's a suboptimal situation, but we're going to have to sort it. Now, Daniel got in touch last night after the live stream and said, don't worry, I'll give you a lift. We'll go down and get Netty Monday morning, and at least I'll fit the heater, which is really kind for him. And you know, I'd apologised to him and I said, look, I'm really sorry about this, mate. Obviously, this is not what I planned. So we're just going to have to deal with the situation as it is. Now, we've got to assume, I think, that Netty the brakes haven't been done on Netty. Yeah, we have to make that assumption. If there had been he'll let me know, because that would have meant she was ready to pick up. So the brakes haven't been done. When he was planning to do the brakes, God only knows. But right now, who has right away here? The bus or me? Oh, me apparently. Thank you very much. Yeah, we've got to assume the brakes haven't been done. So it's not a desirable situation, but we're going to have to deal with it. So on Monday, we're going to have to just go down and get Netty, and that means that the MOT retest is gone. Forget about it, because Monday was the end of the window, I think, or might have been Friday, might have been yesterday, but she was tested on a Monday, so Monday will be the 14th day. So yeah, we're just going to have to go and get Netty, and we will fit, or Daniel will fit the diesel heater, and we're just going to have to forget about that MOT. I mean, you know, at least, well, so get the diesel heater fitted, then I'm going to have to get the brakes sorted, either by the mechanic or potentially a different mechanic, whoever can see her first, I suppose. And then we're going to have to put her in for a complete new MOT. Now, the scary bit about that is that an MOT is subjective, and one MOT tester's advisory might be another MOT tester's fail. So we're just going to have to run that risk. So we're going to have to start again, except that some of the MOT jobs have been done. We've fitted a fuel cap, headlights done, hopefully the door handle's done if the epoxy, whatever that is, if that works. Exhaust rubbers, they're done. Don't know about the battery, but you know, I could just put a ratchet retaining strap, oh bloody hell, running into a bit of fog. I could put a ratchet strap around that if need be, and yeah, we need to get the brakes done, and she's just going to have to go in for a whole new MOT. So there's the additional cost of an additional MOT test. That's kind of not the end of the world, except that obviously every penny counts at the moment. 5th of December and all that. Remember, the 5th of December. So there's the money aspect. That's not the end of the world. But the fear is that she'll fail on something else, because yeah, MOT tests, they're not done by machines, they're done by a human being, and that means that they are to some degree subjective, and there's no guarantee that a new test won't bring up a new problem. What can we do? What can we do? Nothing we can do about it, darlings. Nothing we can do about it. You know, we'll just have to take the positives. The positives are, according to the last MOT test, she is now solid underneath, no welding required. That's a positive. Let's hope that the next test brings up the same result. Other positives, some of the jobs have been done that were identified on the last MOT test. Well, that's good. That's a positive. And yeah, we're going to have to take those. And hopefully the diesel heater will be fitted on Monday. Now, she's still got MOT until the 27th. So that will be Monday's the 24th, isn't it? Tuesday 25, Wednesday 26. Right, so she's MOT'd until Thursday. Oh, and there've been 3 or 4 comments saying, I've addressed this before, but the comments still come up. There've been 3 or 4 comments saying, no, she hasn't got MOT, don't drive her. A failed MOT invalidates the previous MOT. And then the comments have disappeared when I've gone to reply to them. Presumably because the person that wrote the comments went and checked on the government website and found out that they're wrong and took the comments down. So yeah, she does still have MOT. The previous MOT is only invalid if dangerous, do not drive until fixed defects are found, and that wasn't the case in Netty. So she is MOT'd until Thursday. So yeah, that's the plan. Daniel will give me a lift Monday, go down, get Netty. I mean, if by some miracle the mechanic gets to work on Monday morning nice and early and thinks, right, the trolley jack is free now, I'll do Netty's brakes, then if that was the case, greetings, honourable seasonal pitch. If that were the case, then I suppose we could very quickly whiz her to the MOT station and do the retest. Maybe Daniel could work on the diesel heater while we're waiting in the queue for the retest, but that would depend upon the brakes being done first thing on Monday morning, and I've not heard from the mechanic, so I've got no clue what the situation is. I don't know when his trolley jack is going to be freed up from its engine holding duties and become available to do some Netty jacking duties. Not a clue. So there you go. What can you do? You can only deal with the information that you've got, I suppose, and that's the information that I've got. So yeah, go and grab her. Yeah, so if the brakes happen to be done first thing Monday morning, then maybe we could squeeze in a retest as well as sorting the diesel heater. I've got no idea how long a diesel heater takes to fit. Haven't got a Scooby-Doo. So there you are. And if the brakes haven't been done, and that's the basis that we've got to work on, we'll take Netty. She's still MOT'd. I can legally drive her. We'll get the diesel heater fitted, and then and if you're wondering why I don't just have the diesel heater fitted on another day, so that Netty could stay at the mechanics on Monday, hopefully he could do the brakes before the end of the working day, and I could take her for MOT retest. I can't do that because Daniel is very kindly coming up from deepest, darkest south of England, and it's all booked. He's booked his camping site to stay on in his camper, so we can't change that. It's an incredibly kind thing that he's doing. He had a diesel heater knocking around, it's brand new, and he's supplying it and fitting it entirely free of charge because he's a legendarily nice man. He's even bringing wine. My God. See, how can you feel hard done by when you're in a position where you've got all of these people around you who might not even have met you? I've never met Daniel. And you've got all these people around you who are so kind, such nice human beings that they give a shit and they help you out. And I really just need to say a massive thank you to all of you, especially my beloved inner scrotum, my live stream community. You are all so kind and so supportive and generous, both in terms of time and helping out with, I mean, there are so many examples, and God, if I name one person, I'm going to have to name everybody. But I mean, look at what Steve did, sending the fuel cap and the bits and pieces. That's a real kindness. Because it's one less thing that I have to pay for when money is tight. Massive shout outs to Jimmy Quinn, bless him. Of course, the Honourable Ange, who's been so kind and generous with bits for Netty. Oh God, if all of you, all gifted channel memberships, that kind of thing. Mark last night on the live stream. Yeah, just a massive thank you to everybody. It's it makes me feel incredibly grateful, incredibly humble, and incredibly lucky. So I know I have a wobble every now and then, and I was a bit discombobulated and even bum swizzled yesterday, but you know, for all that I might have had the odd bit of bad luck this year, then the universe is throwing a hell of a lot of good luck at me, hasn't it? Most of it in the form of you good people. So I'm not grumbling. Well, I am a bit, but I've got no real grounds to grumble. So yeah, so that's the plan, he said for the 14th time, telling the same thing over and over again. Go and get Netty, fit the diesel heater, then I'll have to throw Netty back at the mechanic. He'll do the brakes whenever he can do the brakes, and she'll have to go for a brand new MOT. Not ideal, but what can you do? What can you do? Other news, because I've been banging on about that for long enough, haven't I? I had a telephone call from Lickpenny today, and I can tell you that a telephone call from Lickpenny is a joyous thing, because the guys there, the wardens, they're so nice and cheerful and positive and genuine with it. You know, you can tell when somebody's being professionally cheerful. Do you know what I mean? When somebody's doing their job and they're doing it well, and they're being positive and cheerful and nice and polite. And you can tell when people are just genuinely, naturally that way. And the guys at Lickpenny, they're just that way. And it cheered my heart up. Although they're a bit formal, that throws me. So, I mean, it was a Matlock number on my portable electronic telephonic device. So I knew who it was going to be. There's only going to be one Matlock number calling me. And I answered it, as you do. Hello. Would it be possible to speak to the Reverend Parry Hughes? Oh, just call me Jason, for God's sake. Call me Jason. It's weird enough being like proper named, because I'm so used to being called Boaty, but then to be properly titled as well. I mean, yeah, I get it on letters, of course I do. Any official letter is going to be formally addressed, so it will be addressed to the Reverend Parry Hughes or the Reverend Jason Parry Hughes. Hearing it actually name is weird. So gosh, patches of fog everywhere. Greetings, Honourable Bridge. Greetings. So yeah, I was full titled. Would it be possible to speak to the Reverend Jason Barry Hughes? It's me, it's Jason speaking. Hello. And they were just, I mean, talk about knowing you've chosen the right place. They were just, now if you remember, they rang me before about the pitch allocation. And as you know, our pitch wasn't available. We went for what we all agreed was the next best option. Well, I say we all agreed. Some of you think that the one we've got is actually a better option than the one we wanted. I reckon it's going to prove to be almost as good, if not as good. I mean, it's going to be a lovely pitch. Oh, there was a thing on one of the Facebook groups asking what price seasonal pitches were, and everybody was bunging in what they're paying. Bloody hell. Now, I thought I was on an expensive one. People are paying double that. People are paying double what I'm going to be paying, hopefully paying. And you look at some of them, and I really wouldn't like them. The thing that I love about mine is that you are detached. Because it's a Caravan and Motorhome Club site, and because it hasn't always been a Caravan and Motorhome Club site, it was a private site, it's laid out in the continental style. So a lot of the pitches have got high hedgerows between them, which means that you're detached. You haven't got another van next to you, another unit. And I love that. All the other ones that I look at, you're in close proximity to another van. I'd hate that. It'd be like living in a terraced house. I know I live in a terraced cottage, but the walls are so thick it doesn't feel like it's a terrace. So that's what I adored about my pitch. You're all detached. You know, you've got privacy. I adore that. And the pitch is massive. It's a huge pitch. And yeah, and I thought it was expensive, but my God, people pay a hell of a lot more. Anyway, that's a by the by. So they were ringing to see if I had any idea of when I was likely to rock up to the pitch for the first time, just so they can get an idea. And I said, it's going to be the first week, possibly even the first day. Now I had a look at the calendar, and I think that the first Monday in January is the 5th. So I'm probably going to do it on a Monday, aren't I? Because I'm going to need to get a lift. Because I'm going to need to drive Netty there, leave Netty on the pitch. So I'll need somebody to give me a lift back. And that's probably going to be better be done on a Monday, isn't it, where I've got more time to bugger about. So anyway, that's what I told him. It'll be the first week. And she just said, give us a ring about a week before, just in case we've got 15 foot of snow or something and there's a problem. I said, I drive past you every night, my love. If there's 15 foot of snow, I'll know about it. She said, oh, right, yeah, of course you would. But yeah, just give us a ring a week or so before anyway, just in case we've got a problem on the site and we're not going to be able to accommodate you on that particular day. So I said, fine, not a problem. I said, well, I've got you. Can I just check a couple of things? Can I check that you got my message about the pitch allocation? Because I rang back and left it as a message. And she had a look. She said, I've got you down for 120. I said, perfect, lovely, thank you very much. And the other thing I clarified was whether you have to take your caravan off-site or your motorhome off-site during the 2 months of closure, or whether they had a storage area. No, you've got to move it. So you can move it elsewhere on the site onto another pitch, although that would work out a bit expensive, wouldn't it? God, yeah, like 25 quid a day. That would be very expensive. So that's clearly not going to be an option. So yeah, we'll just whiz it off the site, the motorhome or the caravan, whatever we've got, and we'll find somewhere else for it to go for a couple of months. Right then, darlings, that is about it for this one. How long have I been going? Right, I'm just going to pull in here for a second while I say goodbye to you. Was there anything else I was going to tell you? No, that's it. That brings us up to date. So, yeah, it's going to be fun at Lickpenny. It's going to be fun. I think we've made a belting choice there. Right then, darlings, thank you so much for watching or listening. Thank you for your company, as always. Wouldn't be the same without you. And I look forward to seeing you next time. In the meantime, all the love in the world from me and Toodle Pip. Catch you tomorrow, darlings. Bye bye.
The YouTube channel's not any good, but he's a nice guy. I'm sorry, Mr. Boaty.
Oh. You had me at YouTube videos. Let's go, Boaty.
Boaty's such a great guy. Such a great guy. Very tall. Such a great guy. I wish Boaty was here in America with me right now.
You twat. Wanker.